Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into Esoteric Guidance, and happy Monday to you. I hope you're doing well. I had an experience on 810. Okay. Oh, by the way, Soul Tribe Collective, let's welcome in Vinci. That's our newest subscriber, or at least the newest subscriber that I've gotten a name notification for. So welcome in, Vinci. Thank you so much for your energy. And I will be posting, by the way, the answer to your question, okay? Just so that you're aware of that. Vinci asked the question in regards to protecting your money. How do you go about protecting your money when there are those who are doing witchcraft against it and that sort of thing? So, so I'll be answering her question in a separate video, okay? Thank you so much for asking again, Vinci, and thank you so much for your transparency. I send great love to you, Soul Tribe Collective, and thank you so much. We're at 200 subscribers, okay? And I'm very, very thankful. It took a year to get to 100 subscribers, and then a quarter of that to get to 200 subscribers. So I'm very, very, very thankful for you, for your energy. I need to close this. For your energy and all that you bring, your experience, like Vinci asking the question about protecting your financial wealth, your earthly wealth, and how do you go about doing that when you have I'm seeing piranhas, when you have piranhas coming after your earthly wealth, okay? And so there are a couple of things you could do there, but again, I'll cover all of that in a different video. So I'm going to share something with you that I have been throughout this process, okay, that's been 3 years since my dark night of the soul began. I've had only a couple of processes, only one other time where I was left really kind of speechless, okay? And on 8/10, the evening of 8/10, was the second time, okay? I did not post anything on the channel yesterday because I was in total contemplation of what I had experienced. I was trying to retake it all in. I was not even trying to process it, because you can't process esoteric things through this, okay? You can't do that, okay? But I was just taking it all in. Okay. So there are elites on this planet. And when I say elites, I'm speaking of those who control the systems. Confirmation. I'm speaking of those who control the systems. 4:33 on the timer. Remember, Soul Tribe Collective, any dates, times, names that I mention could be a reference or could resonate with you for your journey, okay? So there are elites that know about the Galactic Federation. Okay? My journey, my esoteric journey on 810 brought me before the Galactic Federation. And I began to see and I began to understand something greater beyond what even I had known up until that time and up until that moment. So I'm going to attempt to explain this in the best way possible, clearest way possible. Best is perception. Okay. The clearest way possible. Confirmation with the motorcycle rev or startup. So it's time to go. Yep, time to do it. Proper timing. Alexa, what time is it? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 8:26 a.m.
Okay, 8:26. And bear with me. One reason why I did not post anything yesterday was because I wasn't exactly sure how to put what I had gone through into words. And I've written some things down. But on the evening of 8/10, I love that that's Kobe's first number and his Olympic number. I love that. There might be something about 8:10 that resonates with you in some way. And I began to understand something about my journey that I had not seen up to that point. And in my crying out and realizing what I was actually a part of, it takes a lot to surprise me. I'll be honest with you, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to, wow, it takes a lot to surprise me. In large part just because of my disposition, my whatever, stoicism, it just takes a lot, okay? Again, that doesn't mean overthink things, Divine Masculine, okay? That doesn't mean overthink things. That just simply means that I love and cherish all that you will bring to me, okay? Just, there's no need for things to be over the top. There's just not a need for that. Just, again, just so that you're aware, okay? I am also blessed very easily, okay? So it takes a lot to surprise me, but I'm blessed very easily. What does that mean? I'm blessed by the butterfly that I saw yesterday when I went to the park, okay? The yellow butterfly that kept flying around that appeared 3 different times, okay? It's easy to bless me, okay? But I'm not easily surprised, and I don't know if that even makes sense. Again, in here. So with this Galactic Federation and these elites, I saw with a clear vision, and this is why in 1 Corinthians 13:12, I think it is, and I only know that because I looked it up during the last video. By the way, I'm going to make mention of that video. There's other references in that video, and that's the video dealing with healing your karmic your family karmic bloodline or healing ancestral karma, I think is the picture thing, right? Background, whatever thing of the video, picture of the video. By the way, I think in that video I mentioned that Linda passed in 2019. She passed in 2009. Mother's Day weekend, not 19. Confirmation. All right. But in this esoteric journey, what I was physically doing when it started was having a party with me and my ancestors. And just affirmations, dancing, just right here in this RV. Okay. If you wait for the glamour to show up before you actually step into your full purpose, the glamour will never show up. If you wait for the glamour to step into your full purpose, the glamour will never show up. I'm reminded of something Eddie Murphy said. He said, I also heard another gentleman say that too. So say this too, some time ago. His name is James. He said, again, any names, dates, places, they might seem frivolous to you initially. But, okay, pay attention. So Eddie Murphy and James, who everybody calls Jimmy or Jim, okay, or most people do, they both said something similar. And that is, you can't have a plan B when you're going after your purpose, when you're looking to fulfill or step into what you believe you're meant to do. Okay, so if you know you're meant to be an actor or an actress, and you leave Connecticut and you go to California, okay, and you relocate to Los Angeles because you believe that you are meant to be an actress or an actor. Everybody's trying to talk you out of it. Everybody's talking at me. I don't hear a word they're saying. Only the shadows of my mind, or something like that. Going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. I like wearing flip-flops as often as possible. So I don't have winter boots. I don't have earmuffs, okay? I don't have a snow shovel. I hope to never have to buy one, by the way, unless it's for a vacation home. So anyway, in this travel and what I saw, my eyes were open, or I opened wider, greater, to see more. Again, that's why 1 Corinthians 13:12, where Paul talks about, today I see through a glass dimly, but then clearly. That clearness that you can see with is through your third eye. Okay? It's not in the here, by and by. You don't have to die in order to see clearly. You don't have to leave this physical world in order to see clearly. Again, I am here as a demonstration. Okay? That despite all that we come against, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So your mother that did spell work against you, your father that did spell work against you, your girlfriend, brother, sister, co-worker, employee, employer, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So So don't get mad at Rachel. Okay? Don't get mad at Ethan. Don't get mad at them. Okay? Again, we all have to learn this. So am I realizing that I was dealing with or working with alongside, however, the Galactic Federation? Alexa, home.
I missed something. Can
Alexa,
you say it again?
home. Alexa, what is the Galactic Federation?
Galactic Federation is a supposed alliance of extraterrestrial civilizations within the Milky Way.
So, my life flashed before my eyes. For the first time, I can truly say that. Every event that I had gone through flashed before my eyes in that time that I was crying out once I saw what I had seen. And I was just, oh God, oh God, oh my God, oh my God. And I don't know how long I was saying that, right? And I was kind of sitting down, but I was laying down. My head was down on the mattress, okay? So I was kind of bent over like this, just saying, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So for us, Soul Tribe Collective, again, you are the ones for which I am here. I mentioned something in that video about healing ancestral karma that I did not realize I was mentioning. And I have no doubt that this was this is what brought that evening's experience to fruition, because I mentioned it on that day in that video. So I met with the Galactic Federation, and there was an atonement. Alexa, what is the definition of atonement?
Atonement is usually defined as satisfaction or reparation for a wrong or injury, amends. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for atonement.
Alexa, give me more definitions for atonement.
I have 3 more definitions for the noun, atonement. 1. The doctrine concerning the reconciliation of God and humankind, especially as accomplished through the life, suffering, and death of Christ. 2. The experience of humankind's unity with God exemplified by Jesus Christ. 3. Reconciliation, agreement.
The experience of humankind's unity with God exemplified by Christ. So in this journey and realization, I immediately understood why I met the Scorpio. I immediately understood, and this is even to a greater degree. This is to a much greater degree. I understood the impact of my journey and my victories and defeating the enemy against all odds. And again, the odds are, in the enemy's eyes, stacked against you. Okay? And my life flashed before my eyes, and I literally went from my youngest memory all the way up to today, or until this season that I am in currently. And I stood before these galactic beings, before this galactic council, and I understood something far greater than I had ever understood before. than I had ever seen before. And so I see this as layers. And so on the surface, we have Earth, or in its simplicity, we have Earth or the world, and I'm just writing this down. Okay, we have Earth, the world. Okay, but then slightly above that, okay, and that's complete dormancy. I'm getting, that's what I just heard. That's complete dormancy. Okay, so that is complete dormancy. Alexa, what does dormancy mean?
Dormancy is usually defined as the state of being dormant.
Alexa, what does dormant mean?
The adjective dormant is usually defined as lying asleep or as if asleep, inactive, as in sleep, torpid. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for dormant.
Alexa, give me more definitions for dormant.
I have 7 more definitions for the adjective dormant. 1. In a state of rest or inactivity, inoperative, in abeyance. 2. In a state of minimal metabolic activity with cessation of growth, either as a reaction to adverse conditions or as part of an organism's normal annual.
In a state of minimal metabolic activity with cessation of growth, either as a reaction to adverse conditions or as a part of an organism's normal annual rhythm. Minimal metabolic activity. That's the first layer. So that's Earth. Okay, that's Earth. All right. Then, and these are states of being. Okay, this is what I'm speaking of. These are states of being. Okay. Then I'm going to get into the 7 dispensations, but these are the states of being. Okay. Then we have the religious state of being. Okay. And with the religious state of being, okay, you recognize that there is a deity, that there is supernatural power, but you contribute this to one being. Okay? And also religion is a repetitive cycle. And with this repetitive cycle, again, this is the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Okay? That is the level of religion. Okay? And that's religion today, no matter what it is. Mormon, Baptist, Pentecostal, Church of God in Christ, Catholic, Methodist, any of them. They're all religious, okay, and require a repetitive cycle in your life. Okay? Go to church every week. Do the same thing over and over again. Okay? You read the same book. You do not go beyond Genesis to Revelation, that religious book. Okay? You do not go beyond that in religion. Okay? So religion keeps you stagnant. Okay? Keeps you stagnant. Okay? Then you get to conscious awareness. And again, I'm writing this down as I'm getting this right now. Confirmation. Okay. So in your conscious awareness, you began to see some things around you and how some of the societal systems and societal norms no longer feed you, no longer nourish you. Okay? So you begin to care more about the earth. Okay? You begin to see the nature around you, the mother nature, if you will, the Gaia, the Anthea around you, as something to be cared for, not trampled on or trashed. Okay? So this conscious awareness is where the dark night of the soul and all of that takes place. Okay? Okay. So again, that's where you become consciously aware that you are more than just a human, consciously aware that there is something more to our existence here than just living, breathing, dying. Again, the lowest of low vibrations that you can be in on this planet as a spiritual being is a husband, wife, 2.5 kids, and a dog. I still struggle to find out where the 0.5 kid comes from. Is the woman constantly pregnant? Where do 2.5 kids come from? But anyway, okay. And then through this conscious awareness, you become aware of an esoteric existence. Okay? So this is tapping into your higher consciousness. Okay? So this is your third eye, this is your crown chakra, star chakra, galactic chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, all 114 chakras that you have in and around your body. Okay, this is the esoteric existence acknowledgement. Okay? Okay, so this is chakra activation. And you can also experience esoteric travel in that during that time. Okay, timeline jumping. Okay, both the past, present, not the past, future. Okay. So once you get to beyond the esoteric existence here, okay, you get into the dimension of, you get into the phase of consciousness where you start recognizing and start interacting with beings from in other locations. Okay? So then you start interacting with extraterrestrial beings energetically. You start interacting with the Sanhedrin Council. You start interacting with the people of Mesopotamia, I'm hearing. You start interacting with the Mayan people. You start interacting with the ancients. Okay? In the next level or beyond this esoteric existence. I wrote down the word regime. So in this place and in this realization and this awakening, and this requires several awakenings, okay? Several journeys, several what have you, okay? Oh, I'm reminded to share something also. there is a song. There is a song that I've gotten a download on. It is by Teddy Pendergrass and Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and it's called "Wake Up Everybody." Okay, so let's take a look at these lyrics. Alexa, YouTube. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire just popped up on the screen. Alexa, YouTube.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Do you want to try the Millionaires Club, yes or no? Sorry, I didn't get that.
I would like to try the Millionaires Club.
Yes or no?
Alexa, YouTube.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Alexa,
Do you want to try
cancel.
the Millionaires Club, yes
Alexa,
or no?
cancel. Alexa, YouTube.
Here is YouTube.
Okay, so there's something about millionaires. See? The elite. The elites are billionaires, by the way. And again, those elites are the ones who control the programs on this planet. You can get to such a level. Let me close this for a moment. You can get to such a level in your spiritual journey that these elites want to work with you when they realize that you can't be defeated. I'm going to say it again. You can reach a place in your spiritual journey on this earth where the elites want to work with you and not come against you or try to unalive you. But you have to survive. Okay? And you have to live your authentic self. So let me find where... Okay. So on 8/9, I got this dream. Let's look up these lyrics for this song. Again, I hope you're doing well on this Monday. Okay, again, this is Teddy Pendergrass, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking, time to think, time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There's so much hatred, war, and poverty. Sorry, I'm going too fast. Wake up, all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe they'll listen to what you have to say. 'Cause there's the ones who's coming up and the world. Something when we teach them the very best you can. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, yeah, just you and me. Okay? So, and that song download was on 8/9. So on 8/9, I had done full body cleanse. I had done a cleanse, okay? And when I finished that cleanse, I was standing on the floor of this RV, and I'm just giving gratitude, thanking highest divine white light, just in my meditative state, just, okay? And something touched my left shin and then my right shin, to the point to where I jumped back. It surprised me that much, and it felt that whatever, tangible, whatever, right? I jumped back. Okay? Again, I had just finished a cleanse. Since then, I've had several experiences, which this is nothing new, not for me, where I am being touched. Okay? Where on my shoulder, right? Typically it's on my shoulder here, right? Typically it's around this area here. Okay? In the video that I posted the other day about healing your ancestral karma, I mentioned something that I did not realize I was. I mentioned dispensations. That was a word that I got as I was speaking, the word dispensation. Highest divine white light said, call it a dispensation. So I got the word dispensation. And I said it, and I went through Adam and Eve in the garden was one dispensation. Them getting kicked out, then they got kicked out, okay? Then Enoch was another dispensation, then Methuselah was another dispensation, then the flood was another dispensation, right? And so I'm going, and then Yeshua was the most recent dispensation. I'm going through this, and I didn't realize what I was actually saying, okay? I didn't realize that I was giving the 7 dispensations, or the 6 so far. There are 7, but I didn't realize I was giving the 6 dispensations. I didn't realize this until I had met with the Galactic Federation Council. Okay? So, what are the 7 dispensations? So the 7 dispensations, the first is innocence, again, that's the garden. The next is conscience, again, I talked about that, okay? And that's Adam and Eve's exile, because they became consciously aware of both good and evil, which was never their intent. They were never to know about that. Because that brings... They were protected from that, okay? They were protected from the good and evil comparison and knowingness. The next is human government, in which Enoch instilled. So Enoch was the one who got the downloads for the calendar, days of the week. Enoch got all of that information. Okay? The promise was the flood. Okay, so during the flood, highest divine white light promised that he would never destroy the earth that way again. The next time it will be through fire. Okay, the next dispensation, the 5th, is the law. Okay, and that is the Old Testament rituals, burning of sacrifices and all that sort of thing, trying to maintain or get back to, all of these dispensations are aimed at one thing: to get us back to our highest, purest, truest self, and where we were when Adam and Eve were in the garden. Confirmation. That is the purpose for all of these dispensations, every last one of them. Literally, the ground is shaking the floor. That's so... Yeah. Okay? So that's the law. The rituals, burning sacrifices of animals, blood sacrifices, all of that is the 5th law. The 6th law is Christos. okay, and the unification of man back to highest divine white light. Okay, that is grace. Okay, and again, that's the consummation. That's Yeshua, who was birthed into this temple, again, up and down your spine. You have a fluid, and that is the Christos that flows up and down your 33 vertebrae. How long was he here? 33 years. Okay, because the Christos, Yeshua, is again within you. I mentioned the other day in that video that I keep referencing that he came for that, and he was birthed not into a specific family to heal a family bloodline. That's why he was birthed to a virgin, or conceived by a virgin. Okay, he had no biological father. Okay, Mary and Joseph's relationship had not been consummated. That's why she was selected, and I'm sure it has a lot to deal with her heart. Perhaps we'll look at that in a book to come. She taught us how to care for a righteous seed. She showed us. Okay? Again, we all come here spiritually mature. We're all birthed that way. What man does, i.e. parents, guardians, teachers, whoever, friends, what they do along the journey, or what we allow them to do, is a different thing. But we're all birthed here spiritually mature. Okay? And knowing. So the seventh dispensation is the kingdom. Okay? And so you often hear about the rapture, which again, that doesn't concern me so much. It only comes as a thief in the night to those who are unprepared. If you're standing, if you expect a burglar, and you're sitting in your rocking chair with your 12 gauge at midnight when the burglar is going to show up, guess who's not surprised? You're not surprised. Okay? So he comes as a thief in the night to those who are not ready. Are you ready? Okay? And I'm not going into that because, again, that has no reference point other than whatever that means spiritually. That does nothing to change who I am and what I'm doing. I will be doing that day. If I am physically here, I will be doing that day what I am doing today. And that is teaching the collective. That is guiding the collective. That is helping us ascend and become our highest, purest, truest self. That is what I will be doing on that day. So it doesn't matter when it shows up, because I won't be caught off guard. Will you be caught off guard? Okay. I'm reminded of Yeshua when he asked the people to stay watch. Okay? And they fell asleep. The apostles, they fell asleep. Okay, they're not disciples, they were apostles. Everybody else who followed him were disciples. But he was closest to the 12 apostles, not 12 disciples. Okay? So, this kingdom could come. Myself and others are here on this planet as esoteric extraterrestrial beings. However, yeah, there are many different facets to us. Okay? We are here to raise the vibration of this planet for this purpose and preparation for this. And preparation for this. Okay? So what does the millennial kingdom look like? Or the millennial kingdom of Christ? What does that look like? So again, there's a 1,000-year rule coming, okay, where righteousness will prevail. Not darkness, not evilness, not scammers, schemers, not those, not the darkness, okay, not Luciferians, okay, not Jezebelians, not them, okay, not those who have false gods, not those mentioned in Malachi 3:15, not those. So this deals with the rapture, okay, which speaks to the end of the time that we know it as today, okay, and the way that we view the world today. Then there's a 7-year tribulation period. Then there's a battle of Armageddon where the evil is destroyed. Okay? And then there will be the new heaven and the new earth. This new heaven and this new earth is for highest divine white light and those who've said yes. That's who it's for. Okay? So again, we're talking about no more darkness, no more evil, no more raping, pillaging of societies. Okay? No more worshiping of false gods, money, material things. No more worshiping of those things. So now, we are in the great apostasy. Alexa, what is the great apostasy?
Perception that mainstream Christian churches have fallen away from the original faith founded by Jesus and promulgated through his 12 apostles.
Alexa, what is the great apostasy?
The Great Apostasy is a concept within Christianity to describe a perception that mainstream Christian churches have fallen away from the original faith founded by Jesus and promulgated through his 12 apostles.
See? 12 apostles, you see that? So, I said that it's been 400 years, and I got this download when I was at the Rock of Central Florida. Okay, for new subscribers. I spent 20 years there under a man who was aware of who I was, but refused to accept it. And then when things were brought to his attention in 2022, he refused to acknowledge those things. Actually, 2021, he refused to acknowledge those things. 2022. He refused to acknowledge those things. Okay. So we are in this place now where Christianity, okay, and I'm not talking about the I love Jesus Christianity. I'm talking about true spirituality as it was originally taught to our ancestors and to us in previous lifetimes. I'm talking in our first lifetimes. I'm getting in our original lifetimes. Okay. This is where we are today, people. Great sin and tribulation and the great apostasy, because there is a falling away of the true spiritual nature of man and their relationship with highest divine white light and who they really truly are. So what do we do with all of this information? What do we do? I wrote something down here. And again, I'm not the only one. By the way, I was reminded of someone else who's born on 11/29. So Russell Wilson, the quarterback, who's he play for now? He was with Seattle. Then he went to Denver. I'm not sure where he is now. But anyway, he is someone who's born on the 333rd day of the year. He's born in 1988, but yeah, he's born on 11/29, I believe. Alexa, when was the quarterback Russell Wilson born?
Russell Wilson is 35 years old and was born on November 29, 1988.
Okay, so he was born on the 333rd day of the year. Okay. Interestingly, he's 5'11". That's the same height as Kevin. Okay. So again, I'm not the only one born on the 333rd day of the year. And I preface with that because of what I'm going to read here. I am one chosen to bring and usher in this new age, the seventh dispensation, with my galactic beings, as proposed by the universe, for the full coming and enlightenment of humanity, for the return of Yeshua and kingdom order, again getting us out of the great apostasy on earth. I have stood before the elite. They have judged me worthy. Never can we return to yesterday. Galactic wars and battles materialized here on earth, a regime. So, what I received on the evening of 8/10 is just that. I saw every life event that I have gone through. Everyone who's come against me in any shape, form, or fashion to deceive, lie, cheat on me, steal from me, any of it. I saw it all simply as a way of stopping, not stopping me, but a way of stopping divine order. Okay? That is the reason why they came against this being. And that's the reason why they come against any other Soul Tribe Collective. This is the reason why they've come against you, if you resonate with what I'm saying. This is the reason why the businesses have not gotten off the ground the way that you've hoped. And again, you have to be honest with yourself in order to be able to say that and see those things. It could be due to your own neglect. You'd have to answer that about your work ethic, your integrity. Okay? If you lie, cheat, steal, scheme, scam, this is not for you. It could be, but you have to change some things. Okay? So this is why they've come against this being. We were never a son to them. We were never a daughter to them. We were an access point. For them to draw upon. An access point for them to gain material wealth, because that's all they're concerned with. For them to steal our purpose, our motivation, so that we would be as the snake crawling upon the ground, begging for food. In the insane asylum, in the mental hospital. This is where they wanted the extraterrestrial beings who are here to raise the vibration of the planet. This is where they wanted us, Soul Tribe Collective. This is where they wanted us. But there's greatness in you. That's why you're here. And there's greatness to be had. No one's been where we're going. No one's been where we're going. Not Enoch. Not Metatron. Okay. And that's the same spirit, by the way. Oh, I mentioned something the other day also about Archangel Sandalphon. That is Elijah. So these layers, I want us to pay special attention to. I'm going to give extra attention to. These layers of states of being. These states of being. Yeah. So in one layer, we know him as Enoch. In another layer, we know him as Metatron. In another layer, we know him as Saint Germain. Okay? So, again, thank you so much for being a part of the channel. 5555. Thank you so much for being a part of the channel. I'm so thankful for the 200 subscribers that we have. And I always speak in terms of we, or often. Because I recognize that I'm doing things here on the earth and then there are spiritual beings who are not in the flesh, who are doing things elsewhere. So we, again, as Teddy P, Harold Melvin, and the Blue Notes sing, the world won't get no better if we just let it be. We got to change it for you and me and the next generation and the past generation. And so, when I attempted to meditate after this event on the evening of 8/10, I couldn't see anything but a bunch of celebrating. That's all I kept seeing. I couldn't see anything else. I couldn't see anything else. And at some point, I wanted more because that's just how I am. I want to go further, deeper. I'm reminded of this. What is it? Oceans something. I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine. Spirit, lead me where my faith is without borders, and we walk upon the waters, wherever you will call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. That is where I am today. That is where I am today. Fully ready and capable for the next leg of this journey. To collaborate with, co-partner with the elite. To continue to raise the vibration of this planet in preparation for the 7th dispensation. I was going to say dimension. Alexa, what is the 7th dimension?
Here is what I found from neardeath.com. The 7th dimension is the astral plane associated with the planet Jupiter.
Jupiter is strong in my Sagittarian North Node house. Jupiter. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Nehru. I really kind of feel like that's insufficient, or something. But names are necessary here to identify one from the other. So thank you so much for tuning in. Again, thank you so much for 200 subscribers. I am so grateful and thankful for you, for your energy, for your love, for your time. I understand that what I share on this channel is not easy, but my journey hasn't been. Okay? It might be tough to hear what David Goggins has to say, but if you understand his journey, you understand why he is the way that he is. Let us be diligent. Please, let us be diligent about the things that speak to our heart, that call us out. You called me out upon the water. Allow. Say yes. Say yes to that. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, be encouraged.